Now I'm at the fence between the Impossible Garden, the original Impossible Garden, and I'm actually standing in what I call the Fairfield. That's that three-cornered or three-legged cloth-sailed windmill that I talk about some. That pallet hut was the first one that I actually made white. I'm going to take it down. The roof it's nothing. I could fix that in a half hour. It's nothing, but I'm going to take it down because I can build it better. You'll see these from up above. There's a sawmill, there's a tower for a really high windmill. There's going to be three together right over there, and that's kind of a new improved variety, but I'll improve that as well. All right, now I guess I'll head over that way. I'm standing in the middle of the lane. These goats, they know I haven't really finished that fence. That's fine. They're young ones. They don't know where the other ones are. And I'm looking up the lane now. That's that building I said I'm going to take down, but I'm going to put it right back up again. As a matter of fact, right there's going to be 5 folk huts close together. A pair to support a three-legged windmill, and another pair to support, well, 3 to support the head race of a very big water wheel right in the middle of those 4 that you see. Well, you don't, the one I've got torn down right now. But there's going to be about a 24-foot water wheel, a pitchback water wheel. Think of it as a undershot wheel if you want. The blacksmith shop, I worked on it some. It's not going to fall down now, but I only worked on it enough to keep it from falling down. One of the decisions I made this year was to make my roofs and everything I build strong enough to support a living roof, 4 inches of soil, and I know how I can do it. And that's one of the reasons I want to tear that one down and then rebuild it, because I can do better. All right, now we'll head, I think I'll head that way. Let me see if I can explain this. All of that water that you just saw, I could bring along that contour ditch to where those troughs are, and at that point turn it to the left and go underneath that really high water wheel. However, and I will, but however, I can also carry that same amount of water really at a height really almost as high as that windmill base, and carry it across that little lane over a building top, which will be right there, still suspended that high between 2 buildings right here, and then finally dropping as a pitchback wheel over that, or yeah, over that wheel right there. Now those goats are going up, but I guess I'm going to go inside what I call Shirley's Keller. Maybe before I actually go inside there, though, I should explain that I've got a designated spot now, right down there, which is where I intend to put the remains of a little tiny barn that my neighbor gave me. I've talked about it for a while, and I've had it for quite a while. This is the Wainwrights and the Wheelwright shop. That's the blacksmith shop. That's the potter's shop. It'll be a living space underneath it. And there really is going to be too much to say, and in any case the wind's probably blowing across the camera. This might be a good spot to pause. You can see the alignment in these buildings. That's the second newest folk hut that I've built. I haven't got it finished yet, but I'm working on it, and I'll explain more when I go up there. There's going to be a fence, a row of, well, I'll call it a fence of pallets right there for machinery parts and metal. Two buildings, 2 huts right there, one and the other, with the space in between. And these are the parts to a bench, which will not only be a bench and more, a gate, but it'll also carry the line shaft across into the top of those 2 folk huts. Let me approach the door so you can better understand where I am. This is the center door on the south side of Shirley's Keller. And I haven't done anything here in a year, but it doesn't really matter. That's going to be a hut. I'll probably tear it down to the floor and then rebuild it better. That's a matching hut over there. There'll be a boardwalk in between. I've explained about this stuff before, I think, and it really hasn't changed. I'll let you see it from up above as well. I have really let it go wild this year, but as I explained somewhere, that doesn't bother me now. I'm sure I can get it back under control. There's one of my billy goats. There's another one. They think they're going to get corn. Well, might as well have an action shot. There's a wether. There's my one Guinea. I started out with 5, and then I had 2 for a long time that were full grown. I don't know what happened to the other one, but I'm down to 1, but he or she stays with the hens.